Hey, what's going on, everyone? Alright, so here is my Transformers Armada Optimus Prime toy. I got this toy in either late 2001 or early 2002. It was one of the first Transformers Armada toys I ever bought. It was, however, not the first toy in the Transformers Armada toy line that I bought. The first Transformers Armada toy that I ever bought was the Starscream toy. And when I do a video about the Starscream toy, I will talk about how I got into collecting Transformers Armada toys. I have an almost complete collection of Transformers Armada toys. I'm only missing maybe about 4 or 5 of the Transformers Armada toys. But yeah, this Optimus Prime package cost about $40, and it comes with the Optimus Prime toy, the trailer, the yellow Minicon toy. The yellow Minicon's name is Sparkplug, and also a gun right there. As you can see, I've not taken this toy out of the package. These Transformer Armada toys also came with a little comic book, and these comic books were really cool. At the time, this comic book company called Dreamwave, which has now since gone out of business and they don't exist anymore. But Dreamwave had the license to all the Transformer toy lines. They could do comic books on all the Transformer toy lines. So they did a monthly comic on the Transformers Armada toys, and some of the people who did that comic also did these little mini comics that came with the Transformer Armada toys. I believe there's 4 of them in total. These comics weren't just a comic, but like half of the pages were the actual comic, and the other half were like a toy catalog thing where they showed pictures of the other Transformers Armada toys that you could buy. Yes, since they were done by the people who did the monthly Transformers Armada comic book, these stories in these mini comics weren't like throwaway stories. They were pretty cool stories. Now, these little comic books, they were like small enough that you could put them in your pants pocket, and I also put them in my winter coat pocket that I wore during the winter time. And what was cool is that you know, whenever I went somewhere, I would always eventually encounter like a period where I'd be like waiting. You know, always encounter situations where I'd be waiting around, and you know, when you're with your friends and whatever, and you can talk with them and, you know, pass the time. But when you're by yourself and you're sitting there waiting, it could get quite boring. So during those situations where I had to wait, I would always whip out these comics, these little Transformers Armada comics, and read them. Alright, so let's take a look at some of the artwork on this box right here. Side, we have a picture of the Super Optimus Prime, a picture of the comic. I'm not sure if this comic pictured here is the actual comic that came inside this Optimus Prime box. On this side, we have this little description of the Autobot and Decepticon battle. Alright, and at the bottom of the box, we have some pictures of the other Transformers Armada toys that you could buy. This is Megatron, and came with the Leader 1 Minicon. Now these Transformers you see right here, these Transformer Armada toys came with their own Minicons, and there's a reason for that. It's because these little Minicons, you can actually put them onto the bigger Transformer toy, and when you connected them to the bigger Transformer toy, it would usually unlock this, like a special feature, like a special weapon thing that you can only unlock when you put the little Minicon toy connected to the bigger Transformer toy. So here we have Red Alert with Long Arm Minicon, and Starscream with the Swindle Minicon. Now these mini-cons they were also sold separately in these 3 packs. They were sold 3 per package, and these 3 usually cost like $10 for the 3 for each package with the 3 mini-cons. This is the Air Defense mini-con team, the Street Action mini-con team, Land Military mini-con team. Alright, so looking at the back of the box, we have a picture of the Super Optimus Prime when she put them all together, combined it with the trailer. You also open up the trailer and it becomes like this little mini base thing. This looks really cool. You can, as you can see in the picture, you can put all these mini cons around on the base. Put the Optimus Prime there, controlling the mounted gun. Here is a picture of Sparkplug, the mini con that came with this Optimus Prime toy. Yeah, he's in his robot and his vehicle mode. Alright, now, as I said, this Optimus Prime toy costs $40, and it is quite pricey. So, you know, if you want an Optimus Prime toy and you didn't want to pay like $40 for this, or you thought it was too expensive, you didn't have $40, you could have bought an Optimus Prime toy individually, right here in this individual package right here, for $10, around $10. This Optimus Prime toy came with the Optimus Prime card and of course the comic book. It comes with different mini-con though. This is a Overrun mini-con, whereas this one again came with the Sparkplug mini-con. Now, for the longest time, I always thought this Optimus Prime was, you know, basically the same as the Optimus Prime in this bigger package, but there are some differences, and it's kind of hard for me to show the differences without taking the toy out of the package. But probably the most obvious one is the Autobot symbol. You can see the Autobot symbol right there in the smaller Optimus Prime, whereas in this bigger package the Autobot symbol is right there. I don't know if you can see it. Alright, yeah, so this smaller Optimus Prime toy, this came out months after the bigger Optimus Prime toy was released. So, you know, there are some differences. So if you're a collector, you know, you could buy the bigger Optimus Prime toy for $40 and also pay $10 for the smaller Optimus Prime toy. Like I said, if you thought $40 was too expensive for this bigger Optimus Prime toy, you can always buy the small one for $10. Let's take a quick look at the small one's back. The back of this package right here has a picture of Optimus Prime robot mode and in vehicle mode. There's a picture of his mini-con Overrun in robot mode and in airplane mode. And then some pictures of other Transformers or Armada toys, Smokescreen, Blur, and Hotshot. Alright, thanks for watching this video, everyone.